Hello everyone, this is Sue Shaw and I'm coming live from It's a Sure Thing, the community conscious broadcast show that helps to share about people that are making a difference in the world by leading by example. It's great to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Please let your friends and family know to join us at any time, and let's help grow the tribe, the conscious global community of like-minded people and businesses, sharing, growing, learning, and connecting. So tonight's show, we are going to be connecting with somebody in the UK. This amazing woman is an absolute inspiration to me. Some of you may already know her from her time in Australia. She is the owner of Eat, Train, Love in Bolton in the UK, north of England. She has been nominated for the third year in a row for the Female Individual Outstanding Contribution to Health and Wellbeing from Bolton Health and Wellbeing Awards, and she's been a finalist. She's a finalist in this year's award too. She's also hosted her own midnight talk on radio show, and she's also been a writer for her local newspaper in the health and wellbeing section. She's one of the most passionate people I know, one of the most beautiful people I know, and I really feel that you're going to get engaged with this amazing, passionate, vibrant woman. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce and welcome Sally Bolton from Bolton in the UK.
Oh my God, I was grinning from ear to ear as you were reading all that out. I was like, oh my God.
Whew, there's a lot, and there's so much more as well, Sally. So welcome. Thank you for joining us from the UK.
Oh, thanks for having me. I've got a little tear in my eye already.
So Sally, you originally came to Australia to you've been backwards and forwards, but just let us know a little bit about what you actually did in Australia, because you probably know quite a few people in the tribe.
Yeah, so it was back in 2009. I'd been living in Australia since the Christmas time, so the Christmas before. And yeah, it was just a funny stage of my life, really. But this opportunity was presented to me, and I was given the opportunity to do my personal training qualification whilst I was living in Australia. So, of course, I jumped at the chance, and I did a 2-month, really intensive course. And after that, I passed. I got an award, which was nominated by the rest of the students, which was, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was something about a beacon of light. Anyway, it was amazing. It was very emotional last day. And then I came back to the UK about 4 days later. And that's when my journey as a health and fitness coach began. So it was 2009. Yeah, and it's just grown and grown since then. So yeah, I'm still here.
And it was a few years ago that I was over in the UK, and I came to your studio, your own actual personal studio that you'd created, and now you've got another studio where you do personal one-on-one training, and you work with a broad range of people, but women is your key focus. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't discriminate really with what I do. My main focus is to get people's health back on top. So my priority is someone's health and well-being. Obviously, I'm a female and I'm just going into my menopausal years, which I joke about a lot, but it's quite a serious thing. So I specialize in working with females, especially people of my age, because I understand. I come from a place of knowing, but I also still work with guys. I have a couple of really great male clients, and I actually quite like that variety as well. It just keeps things fresh for me. It's very challenging. So yeah, I cover everything, but my health is the main focus for me.
Yeah, and I just want to backtrack to quite a few years ago when we first met, and you gave me your 2-week detox training plan, and you worked with me and you trained with me, and I actually felt in 2 weeks amazing. Like, it was the nutrition, it was the mindset, it was the exercise. You got me doing burpees, which I really don't enjoy, but we had a ball. We had an absolute ball. So, you know, you make it fun. Yeah, you make it fun, don't you? And you motivate people, and you really find out what makes it work for them. And it's a very unique individual program. So can you perhaps tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's about striking a balance, really, as it is with everything. So you want your clients to be engaged. You also want them to be doing the right kind of exercises that's going to improve them and reach their goals. So there's lots of things to take into consideration, but also at the end of the day, you want your clients to come back again and again and again. So, you know, there is that fine line between, yes, you need to be doing this, and we need to be getting you out of your comfort zone, and, you know, you can swear at me, that's fine, but also it needs to be lighthearted. It needs to be fun, because you need to have that, build that relationship and get them coming back time and time again. So there is a balance. Yeah. I'm not the type of trainer that'll just go, I'll do whatever the client wants, just so that they're constantly, it's not a circus act. I'm not there to give you an hour's worth of fun. It is hard work. And I always say that at the start of any consultation when I'm standing a new client up. It's like, look, you are going to get out of your comfort zone. I'm going to push you. There's probably times you're going to hate me. You're going to swear at me. And I'm cool with that. But I'm here to get you results. Yeah. But also, you know, it has to be lighthearted. And we chat through the sessions, and we talk about life. We talk about mindset. We talk about business. So it's just about getting that, striking that balance. But do you know what, Sue? I don't think I'd ever give you burpees ever again. I'm so sorry about that.
No, I needed it. My body was burning. And hey, you know, we achieved it. And you kept pushing me, you encouraged me, right? So I have actually had that experience with you. So it was just perfect to invite you on the show today, and just relive all of that as well. Now, the show is all about how to live a happy, healthy life. And I just wanted to acknowledge there's a few people coming in to say hello. We've got Elenita saying, lovely to see you again, Sally. Beck saying, welcome, Sally. Corinda saying, hey. And Michelle Harper saying, hi, beautiful girls. So hello to everybody. Please invite.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. So, so you've got some tips. You've got some tips for us to, how to live a happy, healthy life. So,
yes. Let's go. Can I just do a waiver before we carry on? I'm really hormonal at the moment, so I have a tendency to forget words, and I promised him I would do the best I can today. It's just, I lose I lose my train of thought, and I also lose words. So if I suddenly draw a blank, that's what's going on. So just fill for me, Sue.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I talk about five pillars really of health and well-being. Should we go through each one individually, or you might need to prompt me a little bit as well, Sue, because again, you know.
Yeah. So the first one was surrounding yourself with people who genuinely care about you.
So this is, if we're looking at the bigger picture, this is all about leading a healthy, happy life. So I haven't put these in any particular order, but they're just ones that kind of, as I was writing it down, it just flowed. And I think because of some of the things that I've been through in the last, since we've known each other, but even like the last year or so, there's been quite a lot of challenges, shall we say, that have been going on. And I think one of the things that I think this is, as you get older as well, you really fully understand the importance of true friends that are there for you no matter what. There's no judgment. It's unconditional. Don't start crying on me.
I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling it.
It doesn't matter if they're 5 minutes down the road or they're halfway across the world. You just know no matter what. You can pick up the phone, you can send a text, you can send a voicemail, and they're there for you no matter what. So, you know, I said I haven't put these in any kind of order for priority, but my God, like, that's got to be one of the biggest things for me in terms of leading a happy, healthy life, because that, you know, this is all about your tribe, isn't it? And family, and coming together and supporting each other. And that is just, it's huge. It's huge. It's so important.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, exactly what the tribe is about, and why I actually started it, really,
Yeah.
because I didn't know anybody when I first came out from the UK. So it's just evolved and it's grown, and it's like, yeah, how can I just get this tribe of people together where everybody can feel part of the family? So thank you.
Yeah.
That's
And you
exactly.
know, and it's not about who you've known the longest either. I mean, you know, obviously we've known each other for quite a long time, and I've got friends that I've known since, you know, way back when. But I've also got people that have come into my life in the last year or so, and you it's a different kind of bond, but it's still that really just as there's it's just a really good quality bond between you and that other person. So it doesn't really matter whether it's been a lifetime or a short time, they're there for you no matter what. So yeah, that's really important.
Absolutely, thank you. And that kind of goes into the next one, which is about having the same values and lifestyle as you. So, you know, if you're someone who goes out drinking, going to the pub, smoking and drinking, and that doesn't align with you, you know, what's going on there? What's that doing to your environment and your body and your mind?
Exactly. You just said the word there. So it's like environment is everything. And especially when you're on a health and fitness journey, it's really, I mean, I see it from both sides. I see people who are really fully committed. They've got the partners on board, they've got the friends on board, or the kids on board. And that really, really has a massive impact on that individual's results. If you're if it's the opposite of that and you're battling against having to cook separate meals for the kids, you know, husband doesn't want to, or your partner doesn't really not interested in being a part of that, and then your circle of friends, they're drinking a lot, they go out eating a lot. And by the way, this is not a judgment, it's just, you know, you're looking at the different lifestyles, and if you're committed to improving your health and well-being, it probably is going to involve you making some serious lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
And you're going to be massively impacted depending on who you're spending time with. So it's not to say that you can't spend time with those people. It's like, let's just look at what your priorities are right now. What's important to you? And do you need to be looking at who you're spending time with? Yeah, does that make sense? It's not, and it's not about judging anybody, you know, because we're not about that at all.
Yeah, and it's just that period of time in your life when you're choosing to put you first for your self-care. And you know, for me, you know, I have been very easily influenced in the past, and you know, I haven't drunk alcohol for 5 years, but if I had a bottle of wine in the house, I may have been tempted, but I just don't buy it. And so there's things that you can put in place to help you, but your environment, who you actually live with, is massive to make it easier, like you say. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's often that communication as well. Like, it doesn't have to be that your partner must be doing what you're doing, but it's like, as long as there's an understanding there and a respect, it's like, look, this is the journey that I'm on right now. I need your support. I don't necessarily need you to be involved in it, but I just need you to understand that this is where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
important to me that, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Michelle's got put 100% there. So and nutrition, okay, simple and easy to follow nutrition. And I know you've done plenty of work on the nutrition side of things, and pretty much done your own cookbook nearly, haven't you? You've got an online cookbook. Have you got an online?
Yeah, I've done bits in the past. I've got all sorts, but you know, I want to say one thing to anyone that's listening right now. There's so much information out there nowadays, and often the feedback I get is like, I literally don't know where to start. There's almost too much information, and there's the keto diet, there's a 5-2 diet, there's an intermittent diet, there's a paleo, I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. There's vegan, there's vegetarian, and again, there's no right or wrong in this situation. It's like, it's finding what works best for you, because the best diet is the one that you're going to stick to long term. And remember, this is lifestyle, so this isn't a short fix. It's not, oh, I'm going to do this for a couple of weeks and then I'm going to go back to what I was doing. It's about changing mindset around the whole thing. So yes, there are definitely fundamentals that I would agree with in terms of nutrition. And then the rest of it is basically, it's designing your own, it's designing it for yourself, rather than think about what my friend's doing or what that coach has said or what that expert has said. It's like, I hear you and I'm going to take all that on board, but I'm also no one knows your body. I don't know your body, Sue. You don't know mine. So it's about finding what's going to work best for you and something that you're going to stick to. There's a ton of information out there. And I always say to people, let's just strip it down, go back to basics and keep it really, really simple. Once you've got a hold of that and you're comfortable with all that, then you can start playing around. But it's like, I think people overcomplicate things. And I'm not surprised because there's so much information out there nowadays. But it's like, just bring it back to basics and keep it simple. We need to be eating good quality protein. And I'm not going to go into all the reasons today because we've not got time. But it's your number one source of macronutrient. Protein is essential for the body. And then fresh fruit and vegetables, that's fairly common sense. Yeah. And then you've got your healthy fats and your carbs. So it doesn't have to be any more complicated with that. It's just about what suits your body for the time of stage of life that you're at. Like we know going into menopause, there are certain things that we might have eaten a lot of, in our 20s or 30s. And going into our 40s, it's maybe not quite as, our body's going, oh, I'm not sure about that. So, it's going with the flow and remembering that your body does change, especially for females, your hormones are changing. So you've got to take all of that into consideration as well. So yeah, nutrition, keep it simple and do your own research, find out what works best for you. That's what I would say.
Because it's not a one size fits all. Again, it might also relate to your blood type, whether you actually have to have meat or not. So you can go down the rabbit hole and end up just getting so overwhelmed, and then you just get depleted and go and sit on the sofa and eat a block of chocolate. So we and that's okay sometimes, because just allowing the emotions, because it's emotional eating is something that you're really, really passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, emotional eating, I don't think I've come across anyone that hasn't got some form. I mean, it's a very broad term, and then obviously we can get deeper levels. We've got, people with eating disorders, but, if we're just going to talk surface level emotional eating, most people eat at some point and it's emotional. I often say to clients, because they'll ask me about snacks, what shall I do for snacks? And I'll go, okay, well, let's just dial that back just for a minute. What is the hunger at that point that you're saying? Is it a habit thing? So I always say, look, hunger is either it's emotional or it's physiological. You're actually physiologically hungry because you've not had food for a little while, or you're emotional. And emotion can be, I'm tired, I'm bored, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm stressed, I'm angry, I'm happy, So it's like there's most people on some level emotionally eat. And again, it's not a judgment, but it's when that starts to become a little bit more of a challenge for someone where it's maybe taken over a little bit more. And look, I've spoken about it. I've written about it on my social media. I've actually struggled with my eating in the past. And I think sometimes when you just let go a little bit and just go with the flow, and like we often say to each other, don't we, just be kind to yourself. There are certain times in your life. I mean, I've got clients at the moment going through challenging times. It's like, it's this idea of perfection as well. Oh my God, it's like we have to be perfect. It's like, no, I call bullshit on that. It's like, it's about consistency. It's about listening to your own body. And it's like, you know what, if you decide just going to eat chocolate for a day, then eat chocolate for a day. It's what happens after that. It's like the response to that after that. It's like, are you okay with that? Are you just going to go back to, I'm going to eat fresh vegetables and protein today, or is it an ongoing situation? So
Absolutely.
It's two very different things. Yeah.
Great. And also exercise. So doing regular, consistent exercise. Okay. Yeah. So what advice have you got there, Sally?
So, I mean, Sue, exercise that's me. That's my background. I've been a sporty kid, since I was this big, and I've grown up with exercise. And I I sometimes have to take myself out of my own situation to understand it from someone else's perspective, because I understand that not everyone really loves to do exercise. So for people that are just starting out, I always say, look, just find something that you enjoy doing. And like, we can dial it right back and start with something as simple as walking. It's free, everyone can do it. And there's really no excuses behind it. Yeah. So it's like, you know, again, don't overwhelm yourself with all of this stuff. It's like, find something that it might be a Zumba class, it might be a boxing class, it might be a Tai Chi class, it might be yoga, it might plus, you know, there's so many things that you can do out there nowadays. Or you might enjoy going to the gym, you know, you might like the social side of things. So find something that you enjoy. And it's the same thing with your nutrition, that you know that you're going to stick to and you're going to be consistent with it. Obviously, then as we dive deeper into the exercise, and if clients are working with me, there's certain types of exercise as we get older which are more beneficial. And if we're just going to talk about menopause just for a minute, you know, it goes back to what I was saying before about nutrition. There's things that we did in our 20s and 30s that we probably, not that we can't get away with doing them, but they're not as beneficial for our bodies. So like you were saying to me then, I gave you burpees. I swear I would never give you burpees again, ever. Because
I'm too old for those now.
As we get older, our bodies, and especially going into menopause, it responds much better to strength training, so resistance training. And I know there's a lot of taboo around resistance. There's a real barrier and obstacle for a lot of females, particularly around strength training, because there's this whole perception of, oh, I'm going to get massive and I'm going to be hench, and it's like, it's going to hurt. And well, yes, it might hurt, and it probably will get you out of your comfort zone. But actually, you're not going to get massive, because we don't have the amount of testosterone that men do. And, you know, in order to get that big, you have to be doing all sorts of other things. So it's just understanding what's going to work best for your body at the stage of life that you're at as well. But I mean, you know, the saying is exercise is medicine. I could not agree more. You know, you have this whole release of endorphins, which is a natural mood stabilizer. I mean, it's just, I mean, gosh, there's umpteen reasons why people need to be engaging in some form of activity on a daily basis. Now, you know, some days you might only have 20 minutes, and other days you might have an hour, and that's cool as well. It's just, again, it goes with consistency. Something is better than nothing. Yeah.
And so movement, the body has to move. It's, you know, psychosomatic, body, mind in action. If we don't move, we're not going to shift anything. It just doesn't add up. So thank you. Now, the last few points are the hydration, plenty of sleep, read books, and the last one you had on there was enjoy lots of sex.
You know, why is sex such a taboo subject? It's like, I've never, like,
it's not getting enough of it.
But we all know there's a lot of benefits to it, and it goes back to the release of, you know, chemicals as natural hormones that you get. But yeah, let's start with number one. So number one is hydration. So obviously our body is made up of 70% water. Like, most people know that. Yeah. When you're dehydrated, that's when things start to like your system starts to slow down. Okay, so it's so important. If you don't do anything for the next week, if you're sat watching this now and you're thinking, I'd like to make a change to my health and well-being, one thing I would say to you is, well, two things actually, is make sure that you're hydrating properly every single day. And that's water, still or sparkling. Keep it simple. Yeah. Don't worry about adding anything into it, or if you want to add some flavors, that's cool as well. But just make sure that you're hydrated enough, because when you start to feel dehydrated, you're already at that point where you're kind of, you've missed out on your water intake. So you don't have to go. I know there's lots of people, and I'll probably get lots of people hating me now, but they say you have to have 2-3 liters a day. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you need to listen to your body. I have massive problems taking on that much water, because it goes straight through me. And this is a bit of a personal thing now, but like, it can really interrupt my flow, especially like if I'm out with my dog, you know, suddenly I really need the toilet. So listen to your body, but definitely start hydrating. And the other thing would be is just start moving your body. So just walking. So that's your hydration. It's absolutely essential. The next thing was sleep. Was it sleep?
Sleep, yeah.
Yeah. So if I was going to start any talk about health and well-being, then this would be it. If you're looking to get your health back on track, then your sleep is essential. I'm just writing a guide at the moment about all of this. And the quote is, if nutrition is king, which people often refer to, then sleep is God. Absolutely. It's like, you can still be doing all of those other things, but if you've got really, really poor quality sleep, it is going to make everything else suffer. So really think about getting on top. And we're talking about good quality sleep, deep sleep. We're talking about consistent times to bed every night and waking up every morning. So it's thinking about going with the natural circadian rhythms. Yeah. So, in an ideal world, you'd be getting up at sunrise, going to bed at sunset, right? Okay, it doesn't necessarily work like that, but it's being consistent and getting really, really good quality sleep. Make sure your room has got no other distractions in it, no screens in there, no blue lights in there. It's got to be a really nice, restful place for you to have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, exactly, your sanctuary. And think about what you're doing before you go to bed as well. What's your evening routine? Like, are you up till 11, 12 at night? Are you watching films? Are you playing on Gamebox? Are you, scrolling through Facebook, whatever it is? Or are you actually inducing that sleep state? Are you calming your nervous system? Are you doing something that's restful and peaceful and you getting you ready for sleep? So think about your evening routine leading up to a good night's sleep as well. The other thing was reading books. I just think it's really important to learn and to grow and to challenge yourself a lot as well. So remember that we're going back to leading a healthy, happy, and a fulfilled life. So, I think it was Tony Robbins that talks about people that live a fulfilling life. They're constantly learning. Yeah, because that's really important, because you grow and expand, and I think that's really, really important. Otherwise, you're just kind of staying still. And you're not going anywhere. Again, that's not a judgment. It's just if you want to lead a really fulfilling life, I think this is one of the really important things. And then finally, sex. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to do it?
With you, she's put here, I wish for the sex. So that's about great. Yep.
Right there with you, Valerie. Right with you.
Right. What are we all doing this weekend?
Yeah. Sex is just another way. It's just another form of expression. It's a way of communicating, hopefully, with your partner. It's a way of, releasing that build up. I read lots of things about the health benefits of an orgasm. Like, it's good for the skin. It's good for the hair. It's good for your own sense of well-being as well. So let's try and push sex aside. It's a really important part of your life.
Yeah.
And that goes for women and for men as well. Play different roles in that. And yeah, just if you can, go and enjoy it.
And just with that being the sacral center as well, if you're not able to go and do that or help yourself kind of thing, then use that to create something. Use that creative energy, because it is the same source and the same center of energy is the creative energy. So use that to do some painting or some drawing or some photography or some dance, or use it in some creative way.
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually, dance is a really amazing form of expression. And it's really, if you want to get into you're more feminine, and I have to do this because I'm quite masculine, and I work in a masculine world.
Show me how masculine you are. Show me how masculine.
Do you want to see my biceps, Sue?
Yeah,
is that what you want?
Yeah.
That's my bicep.
Oh dear.
But yes, dance is a really good form of expression, and it really gets you into that feminine. So if sex isn't possible right now, then something like an ecstatic dance or just any kind of dance, really. Hey, put Little Mix on and start giving it some of all that, you know, whatever you need to do.
Clubber-size, which I tried last night with Michelle, actually. Clubber-size, it was great in a club with fluoro sticks, and we were boogieing in the dark. It was brilliant fun.
Amazing.
So all of that, thank you, Sally. That was really, really comprehensive and so much information. And if people need to go and find out more information from you, you've got your website, which is eattrainlove.co.uk. Yes. And you do sessions with people. You do free half-hour consultations if they want to do some online content with you. And you can still do some really effective coaching from the other side of the world and still keep people on point.
Yeah, I mean, I've got online clients all over the UK now, and some of them are getting incredible results. And a lot of it's about that accountability, but it's all done via an app. It's really professional. And that's what I'm super passionate about. So yeah, I can do it from anywhere in the world for anybody. Yeah.
Fantastic. And your Facebook page as well?
I've got a private group which is more towards females that are going through the menopause, but it's just it's meant to be again, it's like yours, Sue. It's that community feel, and it's like bringing people together. We've all got something in common, and it's just to share stories. I want to keep it lighthearted, but I want to fill it with up-to-date research, some facts, obviously some things that you can do to help in terms of your own lifestyle. So it's a safe space for people to kind of get together and, you know, share stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So people can get in touch with you directly on those links that are in the comments below. And also the final thing to just before we close is not relying on others to make you happy. Learn to create your own happiness, because that's where the buck stops. Yeah.
And I think we both know a lot about this, don't we?
Yeah. And we keep saying that to each other. Who do you have left? You've got to be kind to yourself, be your best friend, all of those things. And that's what friends do. Friends remind you of that. And no matter what stage you're going through in life, that's where we come back to. And the same with the tribe, same with your group, same with everything that we're trying to create on this show as well, is building that sense of support, connection, community, freedom. Yeah. And acknowledging that we are all unique and we all bring something really beautiful to the world, and acknowledging that. So
what you're doing is incredible, Sue. And I'm just so proud to be a part of it all, because I think it's amazing.
Well, thank you. And it's amazing what you're doing. And I love that reflection, you know, and everybody has their own uniqueness. So I just so appreciate you being here. 11 o'clock it was in the UK when we started this. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Lovely to see you again. And I hope everybody that was listening today has enjoyed it. And I hope that they will connect with you, and you are on our Enlighten Tribe group page as well. Amazing. In our group page, so they can connect with you there as well.
Lovely.
Thank you. Namaste, and keep living your healthy, happy life and shining that radiant, beautiful light that is you.
Thank you, Sue. Love